All right, looks like we are live. We just finished up Big Teddy's 9-year cycle Wampus Compass reading. And so you're going to see here the remnants of that. It was super uplifting, super powerful. And you can also have a 9-year cycle reading. We're going to go over the reward tiers right now for the Kickstarter. So everybody knows the why, the what, and can hear the thought behind each of these tiers. So we start off with the Believer. This is just the $9 tier. Everything we do is in the centered around 9. We do the 9 cards for the tarot readings because of the 9-year cycle. So we're really leaning into the number 9. So the Believer gets the ebook edition of They've Always Called Us Crazy. This is the essential reading to understanding the WampusVerse and how it was born and how it came about, tied to my personal story of survival of 4 different erasure attempts by the patriarchy system. So you get that ebook, boom. And if you want the ebook early before the Kickstarter ends, no problem. And if we don't raise all the funds, you could always throw me a Venmo or something after. But every tier gets the copy of the ebook. They've Always Called Us Crazy, a movement memoir about storm, silence, and the system that tries to erase us. So this is how the movement was born. So that is in every tier. Then we've got the Wampus Cat Starter Pack. You can see lovely Mrs. Picklesaurus here. Ms. Picklesaurus. I usually just call you Picklesaurus, but she's got the ball cap on, the Wampus Cat ball cap. So you get that. You get the, we've got some pins. We don't have any of our own pins yet, but just a little pin like this. There's different Wampus Cats pins, so you get one of those. You get, of course, the ebook, and then you get a sticker. So this is the $49 Wampus Cat Starter Pack tier, and lets you show off in the wild that you are a Wampus cat. The Spiral Keeper. So there are some of us that are here to help record human history and human future, because time is spiral. So Spiral Keepers are really truly here to help capture stories. One of the things we are working on is her story brunches and dinners and meals, both in real life and online. So we'll be kicking that off soon. So for this $99 tier, you get 5 items. You get the amazing 9-year cycle tarot reading, which Big Teddy just had. You can watch that video. You get the Spiral Keeper's scroll book. So it's a journal to help you and guide you through your Spiral Keeper journey. There's a Wampus Cat stamped hard notebook, because we need endless notebooks, as you can see, as Wampus Cats and Spiral Keepers. The Wampus Cat sticker, and again, the ebook that you get at every tier. I'm a 999er. This is a $99 tier where you get a ticket to the 999 Festival of the New Earth, which will be on September 9th, 2034. Can I see this without my glasses, maybe? Not really. So you are buying this ticket 9 years in advance. Why? Because you are fueling the Rematriation Rebellion. And you're going to look forward to this incredible camping music festival. Now, the goal is that we have 6 million Den Mamas activated by then. And they will be helping put together various versions and formats of this. So there might be some super tiny, like acoustic on the porch with a fire in the backyard kind of vibe. And then, we're going to have our main big one That'll be a camping festival. So that is really exciting, and that is one of our goals that we're building toward. You get a 999er pin. You get the 999 bundle, which includes the bonfire journal, the rebellion starter kit, and the sacred proclamations journal. So we're going to be putting out more 999 resources, but it's super important that this month, this year, you're really setting intentions for the entire 9-year cycle and where you want to be in 2034. So that's what this bundle really helps with. $99. The Campfire King First Allies. This is for our budding Campfire Knights that want to go ahead and jump to Certified Campfire King status. There is an adorable Certified Campfire King t-shirt. You get a 9-year tarot cycle reading with me and the whole gang. You get a Rematriated Masculinity guidebook for Campfire Kings and Knights. And you get the 999 bundle, which includes the Bonfire Journal, the Rebellion Starter Kit, the Sacred Proclamations Journal, and we're throwing in that Spiral Keeper scroll book for you because we know we need male allies to help tell women's stories and to help us fill in the gaps of stories from history where women were ripped out of the pages. So, of course, we value the masculine energy when it is aligned. The Den Mama Fire Alliance. Okay, this is so special and near and dear to my heart because we are trying to recruit the first 100 Den Mamas this year. And Den Mamas are given access to the Wampus Digital Library. So on the website, there's a Den Mamas button, and you have access to everything digital that we ever put out. So that is thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff will be going in there this year. And so you get your money back, no doubt. On top of that, I lead a monthly fire circle online. So you can host people in real life while we do the live, or you can just join the live yourself. But being a Den Mama means a few things. It means you commit to hosting a monthly fire yourself, whether it's in person or online. You commit to helping us put together the Erasure Emergency app network for your community. Because when a woman is placed in an involuntary psych hold, it's supposedly for 72 hours, but that's a lie. So what we need are people making phone calls, people showing up. There has to be a demand of release, because most likely there's no judge that signed off. There was no judge that signed off for me. There's no judge signing off in those split seconds where they make that decision. Even though only 15% of the 600,000 caged every year with this monstrous law or loophole, really. It's not even a law, it's a loophole. So we need to end that. And Den Mamas, you might help facilitate a workshop about rematriation. You might create the trusted vendors page for your community. You become a resource. And if disaster strikes, which is one of the reasons that we built the WampusVerse, that we built the Rematriation Rebellion, that we're focused on rematriation, because we survived Hurricane Helene. No water for 6 weeks. 3-day blackout. I don't remember how long electricity took to come on. So you learn very quickly that when the apocalypse shows up, you need to know where you can go for accurate boots on the ground information. So the Den Mamas become that fallback emergency resource as well. So amazing opportunity, amazing way to help us build the Rematriation Rebellion in the cracks of the patriarchy while the patriarchy is crumbling. So Den Mamas are crucial to the Rise of Wampus mission and movement. Then we got another opportunity for our Campfire Kings and Knights to support the cause with the Campfire Kings and Knights Circle. So this is a monthly circle that is hosted by me, and we talk about the rematriation. How do you guys want to help shape it? You know, what do you think is important? What are your fears? What are your concerns? What are your ideas? So this really becomes a special monthly meeting for the aligned men that understand what we're trying to do. And they also get access to the entire Wampus Digital Library. So tons of resources. These are not just made for women. This is made for your mind. We are about unlocking the mind, unlocking the soul, and helping you with resources that guide and prompt you to dig deep and ask yourself, you know, some of the tough questions and set your 9-year intentions. That's what this is really all about. Everything we're doing is about the next 9 years. It's going to be really powerful 9 years for humanity. Speaking of a 9-year cycler, so this is someone that wants to do a monthly 9-year cycle tarot reading. Now, the beauty of this is it's just continuously weaving your story. It's touch points to think about. It's serendipity. And as I said, I have a really powerful connection with Source, Universe, whatever you want to call it. So I would love to ask your questions, pull your cards, and tell your story of the next 9 years. So you get 12 of those. I suggest you do one a month for the year to really deeply set your intentions for the 9-year cycle. But if you want to spread them out over more than 12 months, that's totally fine. We can do that. Oh, this one's really exciting. This one's an in real life reward. So you can come to the Wampus Den here where we are right now, and you can do a 9-day creative residency with us. So not only will you get daily tarot readings, you'll be fed nourishing food, you'll have me to bounce off ideas, we'll do podcasts and videos to help you create content, and I will set you up with opportunities here in town at libraries and venues and with groups. And so you can not only create while you're here, but you can also make some connections that might be useful to you. And if you don't want to do the public facing piece and you just want to really dig in to your rematriation masterpiece, whether it's drafting your rematriation memoir, creating art of any sort, any medium, whatever it is, you know, that you want the 9-year cycle magic and the WampusVerse magic and the rematriation magic, we have that opportunity here for you. So keep me posted if there's only 9 spots available for that one. So obviously that takes some coordination since that's an in real life reward. And that's just how the WampusVerse is. There's in real life elements and there's online elements. So it's absolutely a hybrid. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle choice to rematriate your life, your home, and your community. All right, and then we have the last 3 tiers. Now, these are the high dollar tiers. This is the $9,999 tiers. So we've got the Rematriarch. The Rematriarch believes in the Rematriation Village HQ that we want to build. So they are literally helping us buy land, helping us pave the way for the tiny home village. And it's not even necessarily that it's like this, it's not a stagnant community. It is an education hub where people come and go to learn about rematriation, to go through canning and fermenting and building tiny homes, and like how would they do their own rainwater system, how would they set up solar, all of these things. So it really becomes this boot camp, this retreat, this short-term stay opportunity. But Rematriarchs get lifetime access to the future land and the future village. You get a character in the WampusVerse. So we've got Picklesaurus, Big Teddy, Little E, Baby Yo-Yo. I am Wampus Cat, aka Campfire Queen, and you get a digital character built right into the WampusVerse. So super cool opportunity. Then you also get to help us with quarterly strategy sessions. What is the Rematriation Rebellion doing next? And you really having an impact and a say on how this movement takes shape over the next year. Then we got the Corporate Ally. So the Corporate Ally, you can get a taste of what we are calling the RU Initiative, which is the Rematriated Economy and Workplaces Initiative. So for $9,999, you get to experience the first module of our 4-part module to create rematriated workplaces. So you get the certified rematriated workplace, stamp of approval. And this is a partnership with my friend, Dr. Susan Clark-Muntean from UNCA Asheville. She is a long-time political scientist and really understands the economic impact of the patriarchal policies that have stifled our economy for, you could argue, centuries. You can argue centuries. And then last but not least, we have the city planners opportunity. So we uncovered a couple months ago that Ernst & Young and these 3 other consultant firms, they are part of the consultant industrial complex, and they are all aligned with the WEF Agenda 2030. And this is an evil document. It's an evil plan, and no one wants this. No one wants the future they're trying to write. So you immediately get the 70-page analysis that we already did, page by page, comparing the cookie cutter plan that they have been regurgitating over and over to 70 plus cities. They get paid millions of dollars per city to just copy paste. So we've come up with an analysis, a game plan, an alternative for cities to help them rematriate their urban planning and their economics, and to be more resilient, more disaster proof, and actually put citizens first always. When you make a city amazing for locals, the tourists just get to integrate and be part of it. If you've ever been to Europe, Europe does not cater to tourists. Europe is just alive and living. At least it used to be. I haven't been in a few years, but you are just integrating with what's already happening, the amazingness that's already there. So a lot of cities forget that. There's also the great hollowing happening with all the AI data centers and all of that surveillance. there's a lot of scary stuff going on at the city level. So we want to get some cities involved in wampusifying their city plan, rematriating their city plan, and we're here to help. We will analyze your current city plan just like we did Asheville's, and we will come up with better metrics. We will talk to citizens and see what they really want, what they really think. We're not going to sit here and play the consultant game. We're actually going to care. We don't want to be the Bobs. If you remember from Office Space, we don't want to be the Bobs. We want to get to the really root of what your city needs to thrive. So that is a exciting partnership at the high level. So that's it. That's the rewards for the Kickstarter. And the beautiful thing about doing this, no matter what happens, is that it really allowed us to break down kind of what we offer, services, products, merch, opportunities, big and small. So we are focused on being a wall against the dehumanization of society, and this is some of the ways that we are doing that. So thank you for your interest in our Kickstarter and our rewards, and let me know if you have any questions.